Okay, so till now we have discussed the two type of biasing. That is, today is the recap. Okay, so that is the fixed bias and voltage divider biased. Now in the case of the fixed bias circuit, we have seen this in the normal common emitter connection in the fixed bias circuit without employing the emitter resistance. We have seen that the sensitivity comes out to be A is equal to 1 plus beta. Now sensitivity is nothing but del IC by del ICB naught or ICB0, whatever you can say. So that value is very much high because your IC need to be fixed to get a better sensitivity value or better stability value. So in the case of the fixed bias circuit without employing the emitter resistance, the sensitivity is quite bad. Now to reduce the R to get a better sensitivity, what we have done, we have connected a resistance RE. Okay, and that resistance RE can be used as a negative feedback. This resistance RE can be used as a negative feedback. That's why what happens, gain is actually reduces. But before the gain is reduces, in the case of the application of the AC circuit, this RE actually helps to improve the sensitivity of the circuit. Now whenever we have connected the RE, here we have not connected RE, that's why sensitivity comes out to be 1 plus beta. But in that case, whenever we connected RE across the emitter section, then the sensitivity comes out to be very little. Okay, and that means 1 plus beta is very high value. That means in the case of the beta value, beta is approximately 200, so AC comes out to be 201, like that, if you don't connect any kind of emitter resistance. But 1 minute. So this is the CE configuration. Okay, and you can see that the value is comes out to be 1 plus beta. Now okay, this is the 1 plus beta that we have already derived. But if you want to get the value of fixed bias circuit and then fixed bias circuit, so whenever we connected the RE across the emitter section, the sensitivity comes out to be RB plus RE divided by RE, like that. Okay, so 1 minute, I am checking the value once again. So we have discussed here, that is, okay, it is RB plus RE divided by RE. Okay, so that is the value we are getting. So that value is quite less than 1 plus beta. So that is the advantage of connecting the emitter resistance. But what happens whenever we connected the emitter resistance, gain is reduces whenever we connected the AC source. So as the gain is reduces, that means the negative feedback, to eliminate this negative feedback effect, what we have connected, we have connected a, this is the emitter resistance, and across this we have connected a capacitance, like this. So this is called the bypass capacitance. So just by connecting the bypass capacitance like this, we have eliminated the negative feedback problem. Okay, so that is the all about the fixed bias circuit with the emitter resistance, employment of the emitter resistance, so that we can improve the stability of the circuit. And this circuit, this fundamental concept is important, because whenever we move on to the collector to sorry, not collector to voltage divider bias, in the case of the voltage divider bias, okay, the concept is same, except the thing, one thing is happening, then this type of circuit is employed. Okay, so this is your VCC, and across the VCC two type of resistance is employed here, and we have connected a RTH here, VTH here, and from there we have calculated the value and sensitivity, and that comes out to be again very less than 1 plus beta. So that two type of circuit we have analyzed and get the value of the sensitivity. Now today we will discuss one more circuit, that is called the collector to base bias. Okay. Now collector to base configuration, you can see the circuit configuration from here. That means in the case of the collector to base bias, this current is actually, 1 minute, this current is actually IC, and whatever IB is flowing across this, this is your IB flowing. Okay, and 1 minute, I am just redrawing the circuit. This circuit is not okay. So collector to base bias, so circuit is something like this. So this is your emitter resistance as it is Re, okay, and this is your again VCC, and this is your RC, and across this from here we have connected a resistance. That resistance is RB, and okay, so collector to base, so this is VCC, and if we want to plot the current across this terminal, this current is comes out to be IB, okay, and this is emitter section again. This is V base to emitter voltage, okay. This current is IC plus IB, because IC plus IB is flowing through this, IB is flowing through here, IB is flowing through this base terminal, so that's why this is collector, this is base, sorry, not base, this is emitter, and through the emitter IC plus IB again, because emitter current is actually nothing but the summation of emitter current is summation of IC plus IB. So that is the configuration of the collector to base bias, and now we have to analyze this circuit, okay. So just look into the circuit once again. This is your RC, this is your RB, and this is your IB, okay, and this is your IC plus IB, because if IB has to be flow through this, then IC plus IB current must come from the upper section, and again from the transistor action, from the we know that the emitter current is actually nothing but the summation of IC plus IB. So if you want to analyze this circuit, okay, then just make a KVL across this, whatever I have dot dot connection make here. So VCC minus IC plus IB into RC minus IB RB minus VBE minus IC plus IB into RE is equal to 0. So just look into the equation, just look into the equation once again, and okay, so this is your VCC, okay, this is VCC, this is IC plus IB into RC, IC plus IB into RC, this is IB RB voltage drop across here, and this is VB, again this is VB, and this is IC plus IB into RE, so this will be equal to 0. Now if we just make it differentiate with respect to IC, because IB is not independent of IC here, because you can see IB and IC comes out to be in the same equation, so you can easily tell that IB is not fixed, okay, IB is changing with respect to IC. So just make the difference, set this equation with respect to IC, so this will be 0. So if you make this differentiation, so this comes out to be with respect to IC, so this term IC into RC, this comes out to be RC, and minus RC del IB IC, RC del IB by del IC, because IB is not fixed with respect to IC, and this is again RB del IB by del IC, this is again 0, and this is again the same thing happening, minus RE, because IC derivation with respect to IC is 0, minus RE del IB by del IC. just check once again on your own and you will get the value. Okay, so this is all about the differentiation with respect to IC. Now our aim is to find the del IB by del IC. So del IB, just simplify this equation. Del IB by del IC is just, it comes out to be minus RC plus RE divided by RC, 1 minute, RC plus RB plus RC. Okay, so I am just rewriting the equation again. So eliminating this circuit. So del IB by del IC comes out to be minus RC plus RE minus RC plus RE divided by RC RB RE RB RC RE RB RC. So that comes out to be, you can write sum of resistance through which IC is flowing, sum of resistance through IC is flowing divided by sum of resistance through IB is flowing. So just see the IB is flowing through RC, RB, RE. Okay, so that's why it is written sum of resistance through which IB is flowing. Just you can remember this in this way, and IC is flowing through RC and RE, so that's why it is written RC and RE. So sum of resistance through which IC is flowing. Okay, and again this value is very less than 1 plus beta. So this is once again a very less value, which is sensitivity. This sensitivity comes out to be very much less, so that's why we get a better value also in this type of configuration. But one problem arises in this configuration, that is the feedback problem, because here you can see this is the feedback path. Okay, this is the feedback path RB. So signal is feedback to the input, output signal is feedback to the input. That is a problem. Okay, so to eliminate the problem, feedback problem, to eliminate this feedback problem, again I am drawing the circuit again. Okay. So this is your original circuit. Okay, this is your original circuit, this is the feedback problem coming here. To eliminate the feedback problem, this RB is divided into these two resistance like this. Okay, so like this, and again one capacitor is employed here. This is to be grounded. Okay, so what is the problem in this circuit? Problem is again the feedback problem. Okay. The problem is the feedback problem. So to eliminate the feedback problem, like in the case of your fixed bias circuit, we have employed a capacitance. We have divided this RB, these two value, with proper choice of these two value, we can get the RB here. Okay, and connected a capacitor across here and make it ground. Now what happens whenever we have applied an AC signal? The equivalent circuit will look like this. Whenever we applied an AC signal, what happens? This capacitor will be short circuited in the case of the AC. So the circuit will look like this. So this will be a short circuited path. So whatever current is or the signal is coming through here, that goes into the ground terminal. So no signal is going into the base terminal as a feedback value. So just understand this point. And whenever this is a feedback problem, the whatever signal is coming from this signal is again without employing this capacitor, what happens, the whole signal is coming to the base. So that is the problem of feedback. To eliminate the feedback problem, we have employed a capacitor here and divided the base resistance by these two value. So what happens, whenever this capacitance is short circuited in AC, so in the case of the AC signal, whenever we connected a AC, this signal is going to this signal is going to the ground, so no signal is coming to the base. Okay, so as in the case of the AC, okay, as in the case of the AC, it is not happening in DC, it is happening only in AC. So no AC signal is coming to the feedback, coming as feedback to the base terminal. So that's why we have eliminated this feedback problem by connecting a capacitor here and dividing the base resistance between these two. Okay, so that is all about the collector to base bias. What is collector to base bias, what is this problem, and how we can eliminate this problem. Okay, thank you.